Newly uncovered video of Donald Trump from an interview back from the 90s shows that while he might love women, as he loves to say at his rallies, he doesn't necessarily love them holding jobs. Let's watch.
You have said you don't want Marla to work. You actually said
No.
that on the day of the wedding, actually.
I think I'm probably mixed. I have days where I think it's great.
Yeah.
And then I have days where if I come home and, you know, I don't want to sound too much like a chauvinist, but when I come home and dinner's not ready, I go through the roof, okay?
Yeah, mission not accomplished.
Yeah, that's good. But
I don't want to sound too much like a racist, but if a black guy cuts me off, I start calling him the N-word. I don't want to sound like a racist. I would really go through the roof.
He looks great in that interview, doesn't he? It's like he fell asleep with Ray-Bans on in a tanning bed. That's the kind of stuff, you know, I mean, we just read this energy policy piece, which would make in a normal world, which would prevent anyone from being elected president. That is more effective.
More effective.
Yeah, well, agree to disagree. So I'm actually going to go the opposite direction. I think that mildly helps him.
No, I don't
okay.
think so.
Now, hear me out, okay? So, because one of the things that Trump supporters like is if we could just go back to the old ways, right? And even the Republican politicians aren't really quite promising that, but Trump is. Trump is saying, hey, we're going to make America great again, right? We're going to go back all the way back. We're 50 years, however long we have to go back, right? So I think a lot of guys look at that, even independents, and go,
I'll tell you why I disagree. You're right, but those independents who like guys who hear that, they're lost. They're voting for him.
They have voted for every Republican president for the past 20 years.
No, but he has a much, much larger lead among men than other candidates have. He's at 57 to 33 against Hillary Clinton right now. Among men, for the whole country. That's amazing.
I hear you on that idea, but what made that different than you know, if he had it until days I go back, you know, I go back and forth, but some days if he'd said, I just want to come home and have dinner ready, man, that's nice, you know? He said, I go through the roof. And through the roof means I scream, I yell, and I get angry. And that was a rare moment, and it was because it was 1994 and he hadn't figured this thing out yet totally, right? He wouldn't say that now. And so that, I just see your flight attendant. You know, I presumed it was a woman, maybe it wasn't.
It was.
Perhaps it was a steward.
Well, the one I had mentioned earlier who's a Trump supporter.
That's right. So that stewardess, that flight attendant, sees that and thinks, oh, no, he's an ass, and he might hit his wife.
No, I think she sees that and goes, well, I mean, I hear what he's saying. You know, wasn't that nice in the old days? Look, we got to work, and I got to work, but God, I liked it back then.
We got to track down that flight attendant and find out. I think no rational person sees that and likes the person.
That
who
was
says
crazy.
I definitely don't think any woman.
The problem with your sentence.
I know,
is.
but the sort of stupid guy who likes that, I think he was going to vote for Trump no matter what. It doesn't matter if he gets a whole bunch of those guys.
Right.
He needs to peel off a certain other couple of groups of people
and
that are they just want to hate him.
And that's repulsive. That's repulsive, to those people.
So when I went to here's the thing that was the most surprising. There's a lot of surprising things, but the most surprising thing to me when I went to the Trump rally was to see groups of women that looked like Aunt Bee from Andy Griffith's show. They're for Trump. They looked like they just came from church. They're all dressed up in their pantsuits and what have you. And I'm like, so all that stuff that all these people, all these moral majorities, all these family values people, all that stuff, it's all bullshit. The only reason they ever cared about that shit was so they could use it as a baton to beat people with over their head. They use the Bible to hit you with, morality to hit you with, because when it comes down to it, they'll go be the biggest fucking pig slob in the world. They don't give a shit because he hates who they hate. So all that stuff is just bullshit. I would keep seeing these women with the bad hair, you know, the old lady hair, and they're literally 70, 80 years old, and they're there for Trump. So who are these women? There was a woman who sang the national anthem. The show started off with 5 women saying, we're for Trump, and it's like, you need to interview them. There's a lot of, they don't let you out of the pit. There's a lot of women who like this guy. I mean, we're missing a lot of that psychology. Those aren't women we hang out with.
Let me say one other fact here, which is interesting. Totally separate study, and it was actually in the UK, but I think it's fairly universal, that half of the misogynistic comments made on Twitter, it turns out, were made by women.
There you go.
And 4 out of 5 comments that were considered like body shaming, and you're fat, and you're this, and you're that, were made by women against other women, right? So what Trump is going to use is that element to pit women against each other. He's got all the men, and he's going to solidify men with, like, again, it's not a comment he made today, but it's going to bounce off of him or even maybe even help him, right? And so he's going to solidify the men, and then he's going to peel off half the women. And then, uh-oh,